Hey guys, what's cracking? Godspan here, coming at you with round 2 of the Destined Showdown. Round 1 saw a really fateful rematch between Rezael and Liael Odium, one in which had a very sudden conclusion as Rezael hits the Idol's Faro for a swift OTK before Liael Odium had the chance to ever use her divine skill. I guess we can't go back in the past because we're too focused on the future. But now, the future looks bleak for me, as I have to once again step up to the plate and to another of the heaviest hitters of the Destined ones, the Destined one of Scales, Aelquilibra, being piloted by the one and only Zenon. How are we doing, my opponent?
I am ready to bring you down.
That's what I like to hear, baby. No more words need to be said. Let's get it going. Set them up. Draw, and let's roll our dice. I got a 12. Ooh, alright, you get to choose.
I rolled a 19. Well, I'll choose to go second.
This again. What is up with you guys?
I don't know what it is. Here, just as long as you don't sack OT, I'll be fine. This is the game plan.
You're gonna try and make this clean? Alright, I feel you. And I mean, I guess if nothing else, guys, Aelquilibra actually has a lot for it going second. All the energy in the world, can divine skill immediately, the double Shalhoub. Whew, that's a lot. Alright, well then, in that the case, then pass it over to me, brother. I'm done mulliganing. Are you good to go?
I am good to go.
Then let's say the beautiful words. Stand up.
Stand up, the Vanguard.
Wings of Aspiration, so well.
Geralt Dragon.
Draw. Alright, from my hand, I'm going to discard Aerial Sage. We'll ride from the ride deck into the Tranquilla, get ourselves the energy generator, and then pass my turn over.
Alright. Draw. I discard Polka Flat to ride. This great one has a very weird name every time.
It's Vakatin Vefe.
Rockington with a dragon.
Vakatin Vefe.
Activating skill of Geralt, draw 1. And I get the energy generator with 3 energy on it. Then, I activate Kogaflan skill. Soul Blast 1, Bot Deck Kogaflan, and draw a card. I attack your Vanguard for 8.
Not so fast. Over to pass with the Larch.
Drive check.
Oh, nice try.
Oh, that would have been good.
Well, better luck next time then.
Yeah.
Stand and draw. I discard Nobetis from the hand and Energy Charge. I ride from the ride deck Ascensior. Tranquilla no skill. Atsuke. With skill, I'm going to reveal from my hand a grade 1, 2, and 3. That being, in order, Aerial Sage, Noberis, Kiseki no Umesha, Rezael. By revealing these 3 cards of different grades, I'll be able to look at the top 5 cards of the deck and choose a grade 1 or less to call to the rear guard of play. But if I choose not to do this, then Tranquilla herself will come to the field of battle. Let's see what I get. Never fail, baby. I'm going to call Sergown.
Damn.
And we'll call it over here. But that's not all. I'll also call Nobetis, and I'll call another Aerial Sage. Now, with support from Aerial Sage, Ascensior attacks the Vanguard for 18.
Interesting. No guard.
All right then, drive trigger check. Let's make it a good one, deck. Yeah, critical trigger. Critical goes to Asensio and 10,000 power goes to Nilberis. Right on cue.
2 damage. First check. Critical trigger. All power goes to my Vanguard. Second check.
All right, and now with support from Sergown on the Vanguard with Nilberis, Sergown's skill. He's going to get 5,000 power since I possess more rear guards than you.
This is 33.
Yep, on 18. So a 20k guard.
We will guard with Burning Flail and guard with...
Fair enough. Alright. Now, Sergown's going to go play Fetch after battle. By retreating him, I'll look at the top 2 cards of the deck, add one to the hand, and bot deck the other. Alright then. And that concludes turn 2. Over to you.
Down. And draw. I energy charge. Oh, too much.
Too much.
And I drew 2 of them. I'm gonna ride in or discard a second Polka plan.
Just beware of your soul, sir. I guess you're opting for a quick game.
Yeah. So this deck build, I always have like a couple extra soul. So I'm just gonna discard the top card of my deck.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Well, tis the soul charge, and I mean, you have to play it because Walking Viv is just too good to pass up for you, an overcharge unit, but it's stuff like that that made me abandon Ventesta, unfortunately.
Why can't I remember what the... My brain just blanked on... it was Y. I remember the hot pizza bot deck. I'm gonna call Batia. Regular Batia, and then activating her ability, checking top 7.
A triple rare has entered the field. Beautiful support.
Do I grab you, or do I grab you? Which will it be? I'll grab this great one. Shuffle the deck. Then I'll put Abjiviter Dragon from my hand into the soul for the effect of a Batia. And then I'll call Dragger their idol skill. Counterblast 1, draw 1, soul charge 1. Just a very streamlined ability.
Yeah, it's about as simple as it get. Hell, Almanac Colossus did the same exact thing for Odium.
Now I'm gonna swing at the Vanguard 18.
Bring it on, no guard.
Drive check.
And then my damage check.
Okay.
No trigger as well.
18 to Vanguard.
Assessing the damage zone. Garbo Blade Feather Dragon.
Pass the turn.
Alright. Stand and draw. What do I get? Come on. Not bad. Alright. Discarding one from my hand at energy charge. You ready for this? Wings of Salvation descend from the heavens. I ride. Kiseki no Umesha. Rezael. Ascension no skill Hatsuro. I choose a creature or less from the drop zone and call to the rear guard of play. Now, from my drop zone, I'm going to call Financier. Financier's skill. I Soul Blast and search the deck for him brimming with charity and set it in the order zone. Alright, where are you, my him? My him. It sounds like an adjective or something. Where are you? No, 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 no. Oh, deck building error. I don't have a him.
Oh?
Oh my.
Oh no.
Well, alrighty then. I guess it's time for something a little bit different then. Let's go ahead and refund that, and then instead I'm going to call Nobetis. That would be Levarch deck. Alright. And then for my hand, I call.
The tried and true column of Rezael.
The nil pill column, baby. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and swing for 10 on your Vanguard.
I will intercept that.
Okay. Noberis' skill. Move to the soul. We'll draw a card and then stack the next card on the top or bottom of the deck in whatever order I desire. Draw. Okay. Look at the top card of the deck. To the bottom. Now then. Iseki Mesh of Rezael attacks with support. Aerial Stage gets 5,000 power when boosting, and then activating skill of Rezael. Counterblast one. I'm going to go ahead and call back Saragown and Levarch. This is going to be for 26 on your Vanguard.
I will give you maybe 2 to pass.
Alright. First check. I don't have to take that bet. 10,000 power goes to my front row units. Alrighty, deck. Second check. Heal trigger. I don't heal, but power will go to my Vanguard regardless. That's still good. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, nope. Gatling cannon. Gatling cannon.
No, Gatling Cannon Dragon. He's running away. Gatling Cannon decides to go to the damage zone. Deuces.
damage. Yeah.
All right. And now, with support, swing on the Vanguard. Skill is going to grant an extra 5,000 power to Saragon since I have more rear guards than you currently. So we're looking at 28 on your Vanguard.
How much is your last column? Also 28?
No pill is also 28.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Once again, no guard.
Saragon's skill. Saragon retreats. Looking at the top 2 cards of the deck, and we'll get one to the hand. Now, what do you fetch for me, boy? Not a bad fetch. Alrighty. And then, with support from his faithful ally Painkiller, Nilberis will be the last to attack. Another 28.
I can't go to 5 just yet. I'll guard these 2.
Alrighty then. It's kind of funny, Summon Flare actually does get the 5,000 power shield, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Next up, let's go ahead and activate Skill of Nobetis. Nobetis will move to the soul yet again.
It would have mattered if he did attack that front on me.
Yeah, it would have mattered. God, dude, that front coming first. I wouldn't have even taken that bet. That's what's crazy about that. Alright, look at the top card of the deck and decide its placement. I actually do want you, so let's go ahead and keep it on top, only to then draw it off no pill combo. And then I'll pass my turn over to you. I'm not gonna lie, despite the grievous deck building error of not actually putting in Church for Financier, I'm not looking too bad right now.
Oh, this has been rough for me.
Alright, show me what you got. Let's see everything you can bring to the table, sir.
I'll show you. Now, there's just one decision I'm going. And that is, which longevity do I prefer? I will discard a Destined One of Scales. Destined One of Scales. Aelquilibra. Activating Gatling Cannon's effect. I look at the top 3 cards of my deck, and I add 1 card, reveal 1, and add it to my hand. The card I revealed is a card with the Overdress ability. I soul charge 1. Just let me check what's wrong.
Let's see. Currently? Still no Shell Hoop. I wonder, you got double in the hand?
Nope. Untap, can we work, please?
My nun is homeless. She has no church.
There are 2 choices I can make, and they are real tough. Guard everything. I'm gonna add Elementaria Sanctity to my hand.
Not a bad fetch at all. And with 3 cards in your soul, you still have plenty for Aelquilibra.
Well, now let's show you some of the cards I have in my hand.
Shaloob. Shaloob. I had a feeling you were holding on to it. Okay, that means we've got one mystery card in there along with Elementaria's Sanctitude.
I'm now gonna Soul Blast 2. Activate Aelquilibra's first effect.
Draw an overcharge unit off top. Be that guy. Be him.
Give 5k power, which will add up to 10 total to here. Okay, here. And we'll go 5k. 15 total. Then I draw 1. Oh! I call Dragritter idle.
Yeah,
Activate
let's
idle
go.
ability. Draw 1, and then Soul Charge 1.
Ooh, double, toil and trouble, 2 heals out.
And now, with no regret, let the flames of this world burn everything to an equal. Aelquilibra's divine skill. Fire! I choose Idle and yeah, just for the sake of it, we will choose. No, actually, I'm gonna choose a Shalhoub. To get more power. So now, a damage from you.
Damage check. No trigger. The Vanguard retreating from the battlefield. You hate to see it.
Well, I love to see it. Alright. First battle. Shalhoub boosted by Idle. 43k to your Vanguard.
No Gado. Damage check. Critical trigger. All effects to my Vanguard.
Second battle. Shalhoub boosted by Idle. 48 to your Vanguard.
Once again, no guard. No trigger.
Now, Aelquilibra swings boosted by Rakenwerfer. Both of my Shalhoubs activate. They restand, plus an additional 10k power to each.
Alright. Kunz and Gardo. I'll discard my faithful friend Gabuelius from the hand for cost. Bring it.
First check. Untap, I would like to see my draft check, please. I guess it's, oh! Critical trigger. All effects to my left side Shalhoub. Second check.
Ooh.
Critical trigger.
The double critical sack? Oh no.
all effects to my right side, Shadowverse.
That's tough.
Oh, this is great.
I'm not done yet, though. Bring it, Tatakai.
You are you first. 45k 2 critical to the Vanguard.
Guard with Invigorate Sage with skill plus 15,000 to the shield, putting me at 48 to your 45.
That's the one. See, I know that I missed that deal. And now 42 crits.
Guard with Outpack, plus 5,000 to the shield, putting me at 43.
By the way, it didn't matter which way I saw.
Whew.
Now,
That was close. Jesus. Double crit.
and now it's time for the Fated King to descend, and this match may be over.
This match, the way you say that so dejectedly. But you know what? You just might be right. Alright. Let's go, my other self. Stand and draw. Perfect. Now.
Come on.
He who presides over all the fated ones, descend on the lighted path. With your infinite mercy, bring about the best possible future. Cross persona raido. Kiseki no meo. Rezael vita. Raido. Draw off persona ride. 10,000 of my Vanguard and my front row this turn. Alright. Type that up. Let's get this going. I call Blessing. Using Blessing's skill, I counterblast 1, and I discard.
For it.
Now all your Shadowverse in both your rear circles and drop zone to the bottom of the deck they go. They're banished.
Very, very. Oh, just the 2 Shadowverse that are going.
Next up, not only does Kiseki no Umeo get 5,000 power for each copy of Kiseki no Umesh in the soul, he also inherits his divine skill. And so, no, actually, let's do this first. Activate Order. Radiance Caliburn. Draw 2 cards. Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's call Painkiller Angel. Now, let the miracle descend. Rezael Vita, Divine Skill. Activate! I return all critical triggers of my drop zone to the deck, and Vita gains a drive, and he also inherits the miracle. Just like in the last game, 2 critical triggers back to the deck only. Go back, and then we shuffle. Let's kick it off in style, eh? With support from Painkiller, Blessed for 28 on your Vanguard.
No god. Damn it. Real trigger. My Vanguard gets an additional 10,000 power. Interesting as it may be.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't counterblast that particular card before.
Minor misplay, but...
Hey, I mean, look, let's be real. You misplayed with that order, but I misplayed with not putting in church, so I think you look like the expert here by comparison. Now, Painkiller after battle. I dismiss Painkiller and draw a card. Alright. Now fly my Vanguard. Activating skill of Kiseki no Umeo. Counterblast 1. And I'm going to call 2 cards with different grades and combine grades that are less than or equal to the total damage. Let's call back. How desperately do I want to go for this? Alright. I'm gonna call Gabuelius and Sergio. And then additionally, I put Kiseki no Umesha into the soul. An extra 5,000 power is going to be going to my Vanguard because of that. And then as well, I'll be able to activate his additional skill. Now, let's call Noberis. All 3 of my units that were called by this effect will gain 5,000 power with this Infinite Mercy. That wasn't enough. An extra 5,000 power will be going over to my Saragown after he boosts. An extra 10,000 power to Noberis because he was called by the Rezael. Activating skill of Gabuelius. We're going to Soul Blast a card in order to look at the top card of the deck and determine its position. It stays on top, so Gabuelius doesn't gain any additional power. However, that's not all. I'm also going to be giving 5,000 power to Aerial Sage from his continuous skill, and then I discard 1 card from the hand in order to give him another 2,000 power and the ability to countercharge. Now, this is going to come at you for a whopping 48 with the triple drive ability. What'll you do?
One thing I'm curious is that you are most likely going to be swinging with Gabriel's next season. Because funnily enough, if you swing with Nilberus first and use him, Saragown won't get its power.
Wrong. I've activated Radius Caliber in this turn.
You have, right. Damn, I'm just being stupid.
I didn't mean to say it so hard. I'm like, wrong! Like, I sound like I'm
No
so
worries.
cool right now, but let's remember, I did not put church in this deck.
It's like, oh, man played an order. Like, man totally didn't play an order this turn. Oh, no, he definitely played an order this turn.
Bro.
Yeah. Why could it just be... This unit gets triple drive. Why did it have to be drive +1? Discard.
Alright. Triple drive. First check is going to be a front trigger.
Damn.
And then for my second. Ooh, a heal trigger. Okay. I'll recur Nilberus back. And we're going to get an extra 10,000 power over to that Nilberus. Third and final check. That's a critical trigger. Alrighty then. I'm going to go ahead and give power and critical to Nilberus. That was a triple trigger deck. Phenomenal. Now, let's see what your response to all that's going to be, eh? My faithful friend swings for 60 with a critical. You got 40 guard?
I do. I have 1. I have 2. And from my drop, I have Twin Cast.
Alrighty. Okay, my faithful friend. Let's activate your skill yet again. To the soul he goes. We'll draw a card and then determine the card on top of the deck. To the top or bottom it'll go. First the draw. And then the peep.
Alright, I think I'll have this shit bugging out now on my end.
Uh-oh. I'll place that on the bottom of the deck. Now, Gobwelius with support. I'm going to assume this is a no guard.
Yep, I won't go. And you healed out of Gobwelius's ability.
I did.
Ain't that hilarious?
It happens. But you know what? I accept it. My faithful friend will come through for me in the end when the time is right. My deck determined that it wasn't necessary as of yet, and so I'll follow its guidance to the end. Now, Saragown's favorite game is to play fetch, and fetch he shall. Let's see what we get off top two.
I mean, you would have been able to see what your drive check was. If you're not mad.
Yeah, that would have been a hell of a drive check too. Alrighty. Now, with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass turn over to you.
Alright. Stand. Draw.
One card in hand and, well, 2 cards in hand now. And a lot of grievous damage there.
That's interesting. I like that. I call a Shadowverse.
Hold on a second. It's showing PG on... That shouldn't be the top of the deck. The top of the deck should be bot decked. Oh, crap. It just took back my PG. Okay. Error real quick. Let me go ahead and... Okay, now I think it's correct. How many PGs does it say that it has in the drop zone? I mean, not in the drop zone, in the deck. We have to determine the validity here to make sure everything is fine. Okay, it says we have 2 there. That should be correct. Okay. Now continue.
Right. Since I've called Shadowverse, I'll activate the effect of...
Was that the last card you were holding in your hand out of curiosity?
I will refrain from telling.
Okay. Because if that was a top deck, oh my. Scales is still keeping it interesting. And honestly, you do have a way to come back from this. Hit that Dragveta and it might be over from you regardless.
But at that point, would that win really feel fulfilling?
That's a good question.
Draw 1. And 10,000 power goes to my back. I move idle forward. We'll swing 40 feet of man.
I'll take it. No trigger.
Dog. Swing with Vanguard. Energy blast. 3. Stick.
Let's go ahead and perfect guard that. And we'll get rid of Cadwalla from the hand.
3. Damage. Drive check. First. Front trigger. My front row gains 10,000 power.
Okay, let me go ahead and refresh this page real quick. It keeps duplicating my PG.
No worries. I mean, I have a crit from when I was starting last time stuck there. I'll probably...
Okay, yeah, it must be a constant glitch they're having right now. Okay, second check is no trigger. Whew, okay. So my hand, how many cards is in my hand according to your registry? It should be 5, right?
No, for me it's 6.
It's 6. Okay, it's what it says for me. Wait, did I have a third PG and I just never knew it? No, I shouldn't have a third PG. Whatever. All right.
There is a PG in your drop. There's 2 now in your drop.
Yeah, that's correct. And there should be another in my deck. Whatever.
All right. And now funny how this guy actually swings bigger than the other.
Yeah, I know. Adel actually exceeds Shellhoop here.
Actually, no, I am wrong. This guy should be at 40 because he has Iron Guards, or his own 10k.
Oh, right. You provided, okay, yeah, you provided double on that. Gotcha. Because 10 from his own skill, 10 from the cumulative skills of Aelquilibra, first skill, and 10 from front trigger. Perfect.
Yeah. And now we'll swing 40 to Van.
Damage check. Okay.
And 30.
I'll guard with a Regula in the hand. Okay, you'll pass turn? Alright, let's see. Known cards in hand, 2, which is Shenri and front trigger. So it shows 2 PGs in there, and then it shows how many should be in my... Because there should be 1 in my deck. Okay, it actually does show 1 PG in my deck, I think. Seeing this again and get back into the game. Stand on the throw. I energy charge 3. Persona Ride. Rezael Vita. Draw 1 card.
I think I may have let myself get a little too
carried away, as they say.
Carried away on my turn decision. I think going first would have been a lot better for me here.
Okay.
Also considering the way my deck has been.
Yeah, you definitely tried your best here, and who knows, maybe the Dragvita is still stacked on top, but I mean, failing that, this is checkmate, my friend. Okay, 10,000 power will be going to my Vanguard off his continuous scaling from the Kiseki no Umesha in the Soul. Now, I call Gabuelius. We'll activate skill of Gabuelius. I'm going to Soul Blast Nilbetis and determine the top card of the deck's placement. I leave it on top. And now, Gabuelius is going to... actually, considering... No, I can multi-attack still, and that's exactly what I should be doing. Gabuelius attacks. His skill, Limit Break. 5,000 power goes to Gabuelius. 28 on the Vanguard.
28. No. I will guard that with the front.
You bet. And now, fly my Vanguard. Kiseki no Umeo. Use your skill. With his charity, all life is allowed to be healed. I call a grade 2 and a grade 3 from the drop zone in play. We'll call Nilbetis and Killer Angel. An extra 10,000 power is going to be going to Nilberis because he was called off the ability of Rezael. An extra 5,000 power because Aerial Sage is boosting while my Vanguard is the Rezael. In total, this is going to be swinging at you for 36 on the Vanguard.
36, huh? How much is the Nilberis column?
This is going to be for 38 minimum.
Damn.
Let me guess. You have a PG, a 20k shield, and a 5k intercept, but that would only bring you to guard this completely and then have a 38 for my 38.
No, I am very off on shield. No, I don't.
No guard? Then we do it. Foster check. And the card I stacked on top of my faithful friend was a critical trigger. Critical to Rezael, power to Nilberis. And the second check. That's a heal trigger. I'll recover a damage, and another 10,000 power will go to my faithful friend, Nilberis.
Man, that wasn't needed because I have nothing left.
You have been left destitute on the battlefield. Alright, now. Our opponent fought us with honor. Bring him a swift end, my Vanguard. Double anime finish! The frick!
Would you like to know something, Josh?
I would love to know something. Show me that hand. Dude, honestly, twinsies. Frickin' twinsies.
I mean, you still have 2 PGs. Well, actually, I think
one of them shouldn't be there. And I'm honest between you and me, guys. I think one of my Gabwellies just shouldn't be there when it wasn't there. So I'm not sure what happened to that. But I think
I know you called a Gab last turn.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
I don't know what happened to it. Because my Gab should be not like there. So it says I have 1 in deck and then I have 1 in the drop. Now I do run 2 Gabwellies, so that should be correct, at least for this version of the deck. Now I don't know if it got bot decked because of like something I was trying to do the PGs or not. But if that's the case, then oof. But even without that, it didn't really matter, right? I still had a lot of power going on, and even without the church. Without the church, dude. Holy crap.
This man is literally just faded to win. Like,
Jesus.
This man can make 7 misplays and still win. I don't know what to tell. Like,
that's crazy.
His opponent will soul charge 5 heals.
Man, you soul charge. You soul charge double heal gone. At least you managed to check one though. You managed to check one. And thankfully, this twin drive I did, it just wasn't necessary. It's just flourished based on the deck compression.
I should have taken it. Honestly,
just taken.
Want to know something?
What?
I drew that off my grade 1.
And honestly, yeah, you could have actually realistically just taken this and guarded the next one if it came down to it. And the crit was the crit anyway. But. And like
I got no. Well, I mean, Levidras just had too much power to even like guard completely.
Yeah, I mean, Levidras with the double trigger is a 58, so the Direct Beta can guard that. But then it's like you can't guard this and that at the same time. There's just too much. Even though my offense ended up getting crippled near the end there because of the disappearance of my faithful friend, I still had another faithful friend to help out, and even the one that I ended up drawing still helped me deck stack a little bit, and he was a 28k attacker, which is pretty impactful, all things considered. So I was like, you know what?
I mean, I also, still 2 Shadow Hooves at the bottom. Still 2 PGs left in deck, because, things can't be fun.
Yeah, that, I must say, the Blessing and the heal trigger I put in, those were good techs. Those were good sideboard options to help pull me back in this game.
Can I tell you something?
What's up?
I have 19 cards left in deck. Take a guess how many of them are triggers.
I would imagine about 7 or 8.
2.
You oh my god, you basically used up all your triggers right there just in the early game. Yeah, man. Honestly, I can believe it. And your drive checks were pretty strong. You had like the double crit, and then you had the freaking front trigger on the following turn, and you damage checked the heal trigger. Those were good checks. Hell, your first drive check was also a critical trigger, which if it wasn't for me guarding that would have caught me unawares.
I could have. What was it? I had somebody. I should have just called her this grade 1 on the first turn.
Farizas in order to get you like what, counter charge or what's up?
No, just as a booster on that grade 1 turn.
Oh yeah, and then that would have freaking smashed me a little bit. I see what you mean. Because you never got your order right, and that's one of the reasons why I played Blethyn as well, as not just because it would get rid of the double Shalhu, but it would put him into a zone that the order can't grab because it only gets from the drop zone. So that was one of the keys behind why I did that decision making. And there was another point there where when I was calling over stuff for my turn 4, I had the option, if I was willing to get rid of some of my hand, to bot deck your 2 Adels as well by recalling that thing, because he's not a once per turn. You just need to call him. So just call him off the revive and then put back the 2 Adels, and that would have just left the entire board destitute. But I figured that it wasn't worth it just in case. I didn't see the OT, and I didn't know how many triggers he had left at the time. So I was like, there's a good chance he might be able to clap.
I mean, here's the thing. I actually think if you No, I didn't draw it off of Adel. I drew it off of this.
You drew you drew it off of that. Okay. No
Like when
no sweat, bro.
when I used Aelquilibra's Akil on my last turn, that's when I drew the OT. And you want to know something?
What's
that
up?
Cell Hoop, that was a top deck. The heal trigger in my hand was still the last card I had remaining after your turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, my OT came as a top deck for turn for turn 4, I think. So when I just saw that, I was like, okay, I'll just hold on to it for a while, just in case, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was
I
the Destined Showdown
there.
round 2, guys. A bit of a risky calculation from Zenon, also attempting to try and take on Kiseki Nu and Mesha going second. And honestly, it was an admirable attempt. He managed to get the divine skill off on like the first round. There was a bigger blueprint revolving around Shadowhoop, but it got hard countered by Bleffin. So a bit of the strategy going in there with that one and utilizing the counter card pull to its fullest. Although maybe I shouldn't say that because I put in financiers and Liaels, but no churches. So Rezael, without using some of the cards in its deck, was still able to pull through in the end because of how strong his faith is at the heart of the cards, and maybe just how strong this Vanguard is in general. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, that's gonna be enough of that right there. Let's go ahead and head on over to the wheel and spin up round 3, shall we? And we're back on the wheel spin, baby. Let's go ahead and see what's up. As you see, we still got all 7 faded ones on the board, and I had to update the Destined 1 wheel to show the dismissal of yield scales.
I'm sorry, my guys. I'm sorry.
My prayers out to you.
Look, fate is not on my side. Apparently it was my destiny to lose.
Man, that's really clever. And also, why the frick am I? Man, I just so deserve to lose that one, dude. My frickin'... Well, I brought the nun and not the church. I still can't get over that. That is like the most, like... That is like the crappiest thing.
I will not hear the end of that.
And now it's time for Zurga Nadir to take to the stage. Alright, baby. We've got ourselves a little bit of alchemagicking going on here. I thank God, it almost. So, who's gonna be his opponent? His destined opponent. Watch it be Alden.
Wait, hold on. Nah.
Baby, okay. See, this is more interesting. Zorga versus Lishafiel. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so the battle of the constant crit units.
This might be a fun.
Yeah, you know, I actually think this one has a lot of potential here. Now, I think Zorga is probably the more high octane like deck of the two, just overall. But I can actually see a legitimate argument for if Zorga ends up going first, because it can't use its divine skill yet. But Lishafiel can, because they're both grade 3 or greater locked, so they have like the similar 3.5 timing of the divine skills. If Lishi goes second, Lishi could have a legitimate game plan to try and OTK Zorga right then and there with the divine skill double re-stand for a 5 attack turn, 4 drive checks total. I mean, it can happen. You might be able to OTK. And also farm up a hand potentially to survive 1 turn of it and then finish off the limping opponent next turn. Like, yeah, like Zorka is definitely a very devastating deck, but if you build into it, there's a lot of ways to deal with it. Like, another really cool thing that you can do with Supremacy, right? You can actually run the heal triggers, the crit 2 or more heal triggers, so that there'll be 25k shields against the RPDs or the karmas, depending on whatever it is Eldris is going to end up playing. So I'm not even gonna lie here. That's interesting. But that said, Zorga, right? I'm not sure what Eldris really builds Zorga like, but if he's smart about it, he might actually try to opt for a more mid-range version of Zorga that can play some defensive recoverability options and just try to grind Supremacy. Because even though Supremacy does have the whole MLB thing of 18k base with the crit, it's not the strongest grind deck in the world. It doesn't lean in on the defensive as heavily as I would have thought, right? So it could still get out attrition like a mofo. Not to mention dealing 2 damage at a time kind of makes it CP starved depending on the game state. So, you know, there's some advantages going both ways. Who would you give the edge to, Zenon?
Well, my heart wants to say Lishafiel because we're already down.
Right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a faded one, but I kind of root for Maz in this one just because I really want to see you guys hit the board, bro. I mean, the first game, not letting Odium DS was bad enough, but the second game, I literally misbuild. I literally can't use one of my main engines, and it still didn't matter. Like, what the frick, dude? So any other thoughts you would think about like how this matchup could play out based on what you like know about these decks?
To be quite honest, I only know about Zorka. I have not looked at Liael at all.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I would say it's pretty even Steven, all things considered. Zorga has more power, but I think Liael has a lot of build versatility, and if it wants to go for the Hyper OTK, it has a good pathway to Hyper OTK. But again, as we've seen, Destined One's attempting to go second has not worked out well so far. Like, straight up. So, I don't know. That might be a little risky, I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely, like, done differently.
I hope. I hope the Destined Ones can kind of come back from this because they lost their queen piece on the board and now they lost their knight piece on the board, bro. You got like rook and a bishop. The king piece is still there, but you know, like just a rook, a couple rooks actually, and a bishop.
I probably had a really good chance to knock you out, but it was not meant to be.
It was not meant to be, unfortunately. Damn. But you know what? We had a good fight, man. That's for damn sure. I think it'll make for fantastic content because, oh man, I can already see the comments. Gods, man, you don't deserve to win at this game if you don't even build your deck right. Okay, anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. Now, do look forward to round 3 of the Destined Showdown coming at you at some point in the future. Should be relatively quick, of course. I happen to know both of these fellas, so they'll probably come to an agreement on a fight date pretty soon in the upcoming future. So, you know, keep that notification bell on. Keep your peepers peeled for it if you're trying to Jones for the next results as soon as possible. Also, I'm going to be posting a quick poll over in my community tab asking you guys which ones you think is going to win here. I'm going to be very interested to see that particular community poll because this is a pretty interesting matchup. This is one where I don't think there's a huge discrepancy between these decks in terms of power, just in terms of strategy. So I could actually see some really good arguments for both sides there. That's what I'm hoping to see anyway. And with that said, if you did like this content, be sure to check out my other content on the channel. We do fight nights, top 10s, anime reactions, the whole shebang, so check them out. And with that said, take care, God bless.